ready to go. Okay, stuttering! Okay, stuttering! Okay, stuttering! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, stuttering! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, stuttering! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is she wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, am I bending the head? Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. You're some Hollywood horse bitch. Kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. I'm gonna make one of your meatballs. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. You got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Crazy! Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fuck off! Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. Choose like it's oh look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle. That's all you fucking are. Twat waffle. Fuck off. Fucking gender ambiguity. Fucking current day Californian shit. Cause that's all we fucking know. Cause we're boring. We're so fucking boring. You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. Fuck your immersion. Guess what? Fucking pronouns. You take everything we love and you just can't help. Shovel your bullshit fucking crap ideology into a everything! Every single sundry fucking thing!
I am not the only one drawn to this place. With each passing day, more converge upon Earth. Pilgrims await. Some already arrived. Others still walking paths they do not yet understand. This gathering intrigues me. They exist in the space between heaven and hell. Their choices now will carve the shape of their eternity. But do they truly know what they are? What forces stir beneath their feet while they play their part in the board? Pawns, perhaps. Or something far more significant. Death lingers near. Yet the dead do not rest. Their whispers grow louder. Their stories claw to the surface. Deeds once buried in shadow now stray for the light. These saints, these sinners, they are unlike any I've seen. Complex, flawed, powerful. Some barely cling to their soul. Others shine so brightly, I dare not look away. They have been chosen for what lies ahead, and nothing in this world or the next will ever be the same. I must watch them, for within this fractured group lies the thread to a mystery far greater than they can fathom, and soon it will unravel.
Wait. Which fucking finger? That finger keeps moving further away. Bah! If you couldn't have gathered, oh, look at this. Look like a fed. I want you to put your hands up in the air. I want you to put the tiki torches in the air. I know that I gave you the tiki torch. And I know that it's another fed holding the tiki torch. But for the sake of optics, can you put your hand in the fucking air? Good afternoon, everybody. No, come on, down. Over here. In the bed. It won't listen. Not to me. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. There was a huge winner yesterday. Was it Crystal Palace who won the FA Cup final? The first time ever they have won a major trophy. I know. If you're a Palace fan, there's a lot of people out there going, oi, what the fuck do you mean, mate? We won the Zenith Data Systems Cup back in the 90s, all right? The Zenith Data Systems Cup. What happened to that? What happened? Was it Crystal Palace? No. Who was it? Who was the big winner yesterday? Well, it was actually Doctor Who, because, well, I say that, but Doctor Who was sandwiched between the FA Cup final and the Eurovision Song Contest. And there again, even though it was sandwiched between the FA Cup final and the Eurovision Song Contest. By the way, the Eurovision Song Contest is one of the most watched shows in the world. It might actually have a bigger audience than the Super Bowl. I'll need to confirm that. Even though it had that huge boost, it still could only muster 2.57. That's it. Even though people left their televisions on after the FA Cup final, waiting for the Eurovision Song Contest to begin, it could only, most people still went, nah, I'll turn Doctor Who off. But I'm just looking forward to the media, the mainstream media, talking about what a huge boost in ratings Doctor Who got this week, because it's so good, because people are so into the messages and the stories and the characters, and it's reflected in the previous 5 lowest ratings of all time. This rating here comes in at about number 12, number 13. Lowest of all time. Somewhere there's a place for us. Somewhere. But no, even though you get sandwiched between the FA Cup final. Oh, by the way, I've had the camera lowered. The camera's been lowered down, so there's a better angle. It makes setting up the green screen even a bigger nightmare. And I actually thought it was going to be easier, but I guess not. So you're saying it's a win? I'm saying it's a win for Doctor Who last night, yeah. Only managing to post the 13th lowest rating of all time. But we're not going to focus too much on that today, because there is an article from the BBC themselves where Russell T Davies hits back at wokeness criticisms. And when you get this cope, you have to say to yourself, we'll go through it in a little bit, but when you get this cope, you have to say to yourself that Russell T Davies is full of nothing but hatred and spite and essentially confirms that he came back to destroy Doctor Who. He came back to use Doctor Who as a vessel for these messages. Just like Kurtzman said that Star Trek wasn't about Star Trek, it's about using the platform for our messages. He said that in those words. He didn't even sugarcoat it. But it just shows that Russell T Davies is a spiteful, nasty little person who thought he would use Doctor Who as a way to propagandize a very, very controversial way of life. And I'm not talking being gay, because I don't think being gay is controversial. But we've seen the characters that have been thrust into the show. Oh, and by the way, also, if you don't know what happened, I've had a TLDR from Gary. Mrs. Flood, Anita Dobson, has actually turned out to be the Rani. And I believe she bi-generates in this episode. Nobody cares, None of you care, so it's all good. She bi-generates in this episode into an Indian woman because Rani sounds Indian, right? There's nothing more racist than a white liberal. There really isn't. There's nothing more racist than a far leftist white man or woman. You take your pick. Even though the Rani's a title and the Time Lord or Time Lady, but it's oh man, God, this show is just so dead. It's so dead. It's so dead. But is Doctor Who? Is the BBC not going to cancel Doctor Who? Do you know who is cancelling Doctor Who? Disney. Disney looked like they're GTFOing as we expected. The BBC looks like it's desperately trying to ship out Doctor Who to continue it. Why? Don't know. But yesterday I got it. Sorry, guys. I know half of you, 3/4 of you, 9/10 of you will really have no idea what I'm going on about here, but it is what it is, as they say. Yesterday, my football team, not soccer, shove your soccer up your ass. My football team, Crystal Palace, won their first ever FA Cup, Football Association Cup, the greatest cup of all time, better than the European Cup, better than the Premier League. So much history, over 100 years of history. Palace win the FA Cup for the very first time. Not just for the very first time, but for the first time in their history, they've won a major trophy. It is. It's the oldest of cups. It's the oldest of cups. And you can, I tell you what, yesterday I was a mess at times. I was a mess. Trying to watch that match was impossible. It was just impossible. There were times where I was hiding. I hid for a while. I could. There were parts I had to go away. I couldn't watch. I just had to go away. And we went 1-0 up after 16 minutes. Great goal. Just for the football connoisseurs in the audience, I don't, obviously care who you support. That's your prerogative. That's your decision. We all love our own respective football clubs. But there is no better counter-attacking side in England than Crystal Palace. There isn't. There isn't. There is no better counter-striking team. Hit you on the break. Crystal Palace. By the way, it was a great match. It was definitely not watching paint dry because Manchester City were camped in the Crystal Palace box for 90 minutes. He's been fed. He's been walked. He's had a poo. He just doesn't like anyone else but me and Chat's mum. Well, and family. But there's no better counter-attacking team than Crystal Palace. There's none. None. In England. We'll give him a break. The dog disagree. Yeah, the dog disagree. Dog's like, I don't know. Nah. So it was great. And so not only did Palace win the FA Cup yesterday, but we also booked our place in Europe. We're now going to be playing Europa League football next season, which I'm a little bit nervous about. Not because, I'm desperate for Palace to play European football, but it does mean a lot more matches and it does mean a lot more pressure on the league. So are Palace able to rise up to that? I get a little bit nervous when you see how bad a start to the season we had. We had 3 points after 8 games. We're in the relegation zone for quite a few weeks until we went on a storming run. And we only need 1 point. They've got 2 matches left. Stop it. Stop it. Good boy. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This dog knows. I swear to God, this dog speaks absolutely fucking Queen's fucking English. Because fuck the king. Queen's English, right? And when you say, hey, don't bark, don't do that, it looks at you and then sort of goes into a huff, right? And then when you turn away, it'll go, woof. You'd be like, did you purposely wait for me to turn away before barking again? I think so. I fucking think so. Anyway, we got 2 matches left of the season. Wolves at home. Wolves are... There's nothing they can do this season. Actually, let's just check. Let's see if Wolves can do anything. Can Wolves go up a place? Because going up in the league does mean money. Wolves... They need to win both their matches to go above Everton. They're not really fighting for much. Anyway, if Palace get 1 more point, they will also have the highest number of points they've ever had in the Premier League. And then, to end the season, because God has a sense of humor like no other. To end the season, They're away to the Premier League champions. They're away to the Premier League champions, Liverpool. Okay. So Wolves really Tuesday. Although who knows what's going to happen at Anfield, because Liverpool, they've won the league. You know, they've won the Premier League. They've got nothing else to fight for. Palace at least do have something to fight for. But, you know, there could be a bit of an FA Cup hangover. However, Oliver's Army, right. Oliver Glasner, the manager, has said to the Crystal Palace team, if you get one more point this season, stop it. If you get one more point this season and get the record of the highest number of points we've ever had in the Premier League, he will give them two extra days summer holiday. That, trust me, that's actually that's a really good incentive. He'll give them 2 extra days summer holiday. Chin chin. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. You're embarrassing me in front of my friends. It's a Man City fan. And by the way, I've had to really leave this gloating to this stream because my little nephew, Applesauce, my little nephew is a Manchester City fan. So I gotta be the bigger man here. I gotta be the adult in the room. I don't want to be. I want to be sending messages to him going, yeah, you glory fucking boy. I want to do all that, but as a responsible adult, as an irresponsible adult, and his nephew, I had to be very magnanimous in victory. So we got a little chat room. We got a little chat room together, and my sister was just like, well done, Crystal Palace. And I was like, thank you. Unlucky, William. Let's rub it in. The boy needs to toughen up. Oh, so that was I had to just be nice. I just had to be nice. Unlucky. Better luck next time. You glory fucking boy. Oh no, is this the first season in 9 years that you haven't won a major trophy? Oh, that must be heartbreaking. Must be heartbreaking for first major trophy ever in our history. Eagles. Look at that. We are one of the oldest clubs in the fucking world. Yeah. So that's it. My gloating's done. My gloating's done. Well, no, I mean VAR did what VAR does. That's what it's there for. Should Henderson have been sent off? No. He should not have been sent off because the ball was going away from the goal, and by the rules of football, If the ball is going away from the goal, it is not preventing a goal-scoring opportunity. It is not a red card. Now then, should there have been a free kick, and should Henderson have received a booking if the referee had called it on the pitch? Yes. Yes. But the referee called play to continue because they didn't see anything. VAR can only do what VAR is told to do, which is, was this a goal-scoring opportunity? And VAR was like, no. So should Henderson have been sent off? No, absolutely not. Even if the referee had seen it and called it, VAR would have come up with the same result. There would have been a free kick. Henderson would have got a booking. He would have still been on the pitch. Fucking cope, Man City fans. Fucking cope. He still would have been there to save the penalty. So there you go. So he would never have been sent off. So all of them going, he shouldn't have been on the fucking pitch. He wouldn't have been sent off. He wouldn't have been sent off because VAR did its job. Also, that wasn't a fucking penalty. That wasn't a penalty. He touched the ball. He touched the ball before he touched the man. That wasn't even a penalty. So, fucking cope and seethe. Anyway. Have I done enough? Have I done enough now? Have I gloated enough? Shut up, Roland. That $50, which I'll read out soon, does not give you the right to put Z in the chat. It's not enough. More gloating. One more gloat. Okay, one more gloat. One more gloat. It was wonderful to see Pepe Guardiola lose his fucking mind at Henderson after the match. He clearly said to Henderson something like, you shouldn't have even been on the pitch. And Henderson went, go fuck yourself, or something like that. So it was really funny to see Henderson fucking take all of Guardiola's fucking last brain cells. Do you know, I like Pepe Guardiola. I do. I like him. I think he's a good manager. This season, Man City have been awful. They've been awful. So sorry, Pep. Sorry. I need that coping and seething song on my media assets. And he's coping and seething. I tell you what, though. In the press conference, when Pep was asked about this, he was very diplomatic. When they asked him, should Henderson have even been on the pitch? He went, you need to ask the officials that, not me. And he did congratulate Palace, and he did congratulate us on an amazing defensive display. Because it was. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. But you know, we're still talking about a team that if they win their game in hand, they're going to qualify for the Champions League. If you're in a club where if you don't win everything, you're fired. That's you know, you've lost what it means to be a supporter, to understand football. Sure, there's a lot of pressure, but you played so shit this season. There really ain't any, is there? But yeah, poor pressure on the team which has dominated UK football for what, the last 10, 12 years. Yeah, so you're going to have to forgive me if I don't have any sympathy. Yeah, I got a feeling that Pep's going to leave Man City during the summer. Haaland's leaving. De Bruyne is leaving. Well, I think Haaland might leave, but De Bruyne is definitely leaving, isn't he? Stone Cold's beer cooler. Yes, I have seen the Roberson Bumblebee. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Noons, I see that. I see that. That's like 80 quid, sweetie. Fucking A. Fucking A. Woof. Woof. Hey, that wasn't me barking, so don't you fucking start, all right? God, you're fucking lovely. You're so gorgeous. I can eat you. Maybe I will. Oh, I love you too, Noons. We'll get to that. Don't you worry. So, oh yeah. So just somebody mentioned the Super Bowl just then. Theo Taco. So who won the Super Bowl this season? Who won the Super Bowl this season? This year, whatever you want to call it. Who won the Super Bowl? And what is their nickname? Who won the Super Bowl and what is their nickname? And who won the FA Cup and what are their nicknames? The Birds. The Birds. Yeah, Philadelphia. Philadelphia won the Super Bowl, and it's Eagles. And Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, and Crystal Palace are Eagles. So the Eagles won the FA Cup, and the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Just saying. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Right. Okay, chat. Let's do some soup because some big supers have piled up. Unfortunately, one of them is Roland the Wretched. Boobies. So let's do a few supers and then let's talk. We'll leave Doctor Who to last. Let's talk some Saints and Sinners. So first up, we have Go for Broke with a $5. Says, big congrats to you and Morley and Drinker for the comic. After these supers, Go for Broke. I'll go into it. Thank you. Big thank you, by the way. Very exciting times. Very, very exciting times. By the way, in the comment section, pinned at the top, is a link to take you directly towards the Saints and Sinners page, the campaign. And so far, we're on 4,755 books and 169,175. Can we hit 170 on this stream? I don't know, maybe. But the campaign has been active for just less than 6 days. 6 days in about an hour. So it's been active for about 6 days. What a start. What an absolutely incredible start. Huge thank you to everyone who has supported it so far. We'll go into it after these supers, though. Roland the Wretched. I'm going to have a piece of food here before I eat this. Before I read this. Look at this. Can't even see my mouth. I could be sticking anything in it. Like a cock. But it's not. But it's not a cock. Roland the Wretched with a $50. Yeah, it was 100 a few weeks ago. It's gone down by 50% now. Bit like my patience with the Roland, really, you know. Anyway, YouTube wanted me to announce that afternoon tea is being updated for a modern audience, and it will be called Afternoon Tea with Les. It will be hosted by an obese black lesbian and will be sponsored by Lipton tea bags. I don't know why that got I don't know why that got me. But there is something intrinsically gay about Lipton tea bags. I mean, you can't deny that. It was a nice run, Terry. We'll miss you. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland, for that. Remember Lipton iced tea? You won't. I do. Just tasted like sugar. Roland the Wretched has been a member for 8 months as well. Says it's almost been a year, Terry, and you still haven't muted me. No, I haven't. Admitted, I have far eclipsed your expectations. Well, no. Well, yes, actually. Okay, fine. Yes. But I have not seen myself being atted into retarded stuff. I mean, I do. I see that every day, just not from you. You've been a good boy. Can you keep it up? That's what she said, by the way. Can you keep it up? We'll see. Epic Reader with a membership for membership for 14 months says, cannot wait to read Saints and Sinners. Let's fucking go! Hail to the fellowship. So much talent. Dude, we'll go into it after these supers, but legitimately, I cannot wait for you to read this book. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Lego Man 849 has been a member for 3 months. Hi, Az. Hi. Hi, Lego Man. How you doing? Logan Cobbs Toussaint with a $5 says, good morning, Az and chat. Hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Dude, I've got a story in a book that's out for pre-order. My football team just won the FA Cup for the very first time in their history. The first major trophy they've ever won in their history. It's a good Sunday. It's a good Sunday, bud. It's a good Sunday. Jonathan Trotter has been a member for 11 months. Jonathan, thank you. And Jonathan Trotter dropping a £5. Congrats on the FA Cup. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. There was a temptation to go live yesterday just to talk about it, but I was just a wreck. Do you know what I did after the match? After all the interviews and the celebrations, the raising of the cup, all of that, do you know what I did? I watched the whole match again. I watched it all again, knowing that we won, and I was nice and calm. So I just watched the whole thing again. I was in utter disbelief. Utter disbelief. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely wild. This is what it means to clubs like Crystal Palace. To Man City, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It's it's another fucking piece of silverware to go with their annual pieces of silverware. It just garners glory boys and glory, whatever. It is what it is. But to Palace, to a smaller club means the world. As I slide something into my mouth. Zencat with a $5 says, how is Bell? I would miss my kitty too much, Lever. Will she be moving with you? Oh, I miss Belle so much. The only reason why I didn't travel with Belle is she's 15 years old. She's been in the house her whole life. I think it would really. She's a very territorial cat, and she's a very distrusting cat. She barely tolerates me, and I think to uproot her would really distress her, and that's what would upset me more. That's what would really upset me more is to put my cat into a situation where she'd be distressed. And she's being looked after really well. I'm getting daily videos. So she's going fine. She's doing fine. She's getting a lot of love. She's getting a lot of attention. So yeah, it's yeah, she's finally got some peace and quiet. And yeah, she's 15. She ain't getting younger. But I'll I'll see her soon enough. I'll see her soon enough. And then she'll be like, oh, fucking hell, you're back. Anthony B with a £5 says, hey, Az, pleased for Palace. Yeah, boy. Watching yesterday brought back happy memories for me and my team. When Wigan won in 2013, well-deserved up the Eagles. Yeah, man. That was one of the clubs that was being... They were talking about cup upsets, and they were putting the Palace win yesterday up there with Wigan's and Wimbledon's. Wimbledon's win over Liverpool in '88. And in that match as well, there was a penalty saved. So, yeah. I mean, I know Wigan aren't... they've had a bit of a drop-off since, but... Can never take that 2013 FA Cup win away from them. Dark Knight Rider with a $2 is what happened to Man United post Alex Ferguson. Well, it's pretty crazy when you hear. Let me just bring this up. This Premier League table is insane. This is the bottom of the league. At the top here, there you go. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, But down at the bottom here, Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich, they've all gone. They've all been relegated. Tottenham. Tottenham are the first team above relegation. Tottenham. What the hell is Tottenham doing there? And then Manchester United. Manchester United have only got one match left. The best that they could end is 14th. The best that Man United can end. Crystal Palace have beaten Tottenham and Manchester United in the league this year. What the heck? What? West Ham as well. Why is West Ham this low? Boobies. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about Man United this season. It seems impossible. It seems an impossibility, but here we are. What they're on a 3 Premier League match defeat run. They do have the Europa League final against Tottenham. Look, see, this is right. This is exactly the problem with what could be a problem with Europe is they've sacrificed the league to push themselves in Europe, and they were both just lucky enough not to get relegated. But Tottenham Man United is the Europa League final this year.
pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. And then they've got Villa next Sunday, their last match. Villa have got a lot to fight for. Ay, Chihuahua. Des Roma with a $20. It says, I want to see the Papa. Not a euphemism, or is it? Anyway, I can't wait to receive my copy of Saints and Sinners. Totally stoked and happy for you all. I wonder, are you a saint or a sinner IRL? Ooh, well, I mean, my story is about Ingrid Valdez. Ingrid Valdez is a saint. She's a saint. So I guess I've got to be, to balance the universe, a sinner. We're all born of original sin. Yeah, I'm the heel, I'm the baby face. I'm a little bit of both. Papa is staying off camera. Papa's just being a good papa. No limelight for the papa. No. All gone. Come on now. Daddy gave you some nice breakfast. None are worthy. Amen. Exactly. Good to see you, Josh, by the way. Don't want the fake. Exactly. Just don't. You know what happens? You put them in front of the camera, and the next thing you know, they're bringing all kinds of bitches around to your apartment. Noons with a 369 giggity 99 AEDs, which is about 80 UK pounds. Thank you, Noons. Well done beating our oil money as well deserved. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry. You'll probably have a clear out this summer, and then come back and win everything next season. Not IEDs. No. These are not improvised explosive devices. Unless they're inflatable tits. They could be, I guess. Jaded Fett with a $50 as well says Saints and Sinners purchased 2 covers. Nagging my way through Expedition 33 as I work and farm. Loving it so far. It is so good. Act 1 ending was bonkers. Wasn't it just? Are your playthroughs up? Wanted to see how you got on. How do you like Doom? Doom was a lot of fun. I actually enjoyed playing it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I did a stream on it, but I really just want to hit. I really want to hit the Oblivion. You know, I'm just desperate to put time into Oblivion because it's chill. It's a lot of fun. You can have a lot of, boobs. Maul is doing Doom as well. So I'm kind of like, well, Mauler can do Doom. I'll do Oblivion. Not that I have to, but it's just kind of one of those things. You're just like, I could let him do. If he's doing Doom, it's a good excuse for me. It's a good excuse for me to do more Oblivion. West Ham 0, Forest 1. Everton beat Southampton 2-0. Okay. Brentford and Fulham kick off in 5 minutes. As do Leicester and Ipswich. Arsenal, Newcastle, 4:30. Okay. And Jaded Fat, huge thank you for a whopping great big fiddy. Gus has been a member for 15 months. Gus, thank you. Michael Steele with a 2 Canadian and a picture of him with Felicia Day. Congrats on the FA Cup winners. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate you big time, dude. Crimson Shadow with the 2 pounces. Congrats to Palace as yeah, boy. Ain't gonna lie, I wasn't being a pessimist, but I didn't really fancy our chances. So I did think that I was going to be coming on to afternoon tea with Az today, with a huge plate of cope. So it's really nice not to. Dawnbreaker with a $5 says, it's like in 2011 when the Mavericks beat the Heat, the Thunder, and the Lakers to win their first NBA championship. Well, here's a stat. Crystal Palace only conceded 1 goal in the whole of their FA Cup run. One goal. And that was against Millwall. That's it. They didn't concede another goal in the FA Cup. Crazy. Woof. Woof. Glad all over, that's where. Glad all over. Yeah, come on, my son. Whoo, right. We're caught up with the Super Duperies. I'm just going to quickly grab a cold drink. I'll be back in a minute. I'll leave you with a quick Azrant. How about that? There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your dog shit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing! Beast! What else have we got here? I could be here. What do you reckon? I could be here. Could be up against a wall. Could be upside down as. Remember upside down as? Could go. It could do that, you know. Could do that. Let's go into Kurt's home. Let's go into Kurt's home, shall we? Or was it Sylvester Stallone's home? Let's go into Sly Stallone's home. Okay. Have you considered having Cybertron as your background? I am now. Do you not have a Starfield background? Oh shit! Hold on, I didn't close the fridge properly. BRB. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection! That's the level of our narcissism! Okay, I'll unmute myself as well. How about that? That the beeping fridge is the equivalent of a black person's fire alarm. Think about it. Think about it. Right. Oh, and we also had Battle Mage Nerd sneak in with a quick membership at the sorcerer level, so thank you. Gary in the chat. Facts, right? Right? Do you know what? I might actually have Moonbase Alpha. Boobies. I do have this. Can I put this as a background? I do have that, which was Steve-O has been a bard for 21 months. Steve-O, thank you. And Monty with a £5 says, we got super oily glass. No. Oliver's army is here to stay. Oliver's army is here. Egos. Egos. Woo. Nice one, Monty. It is Kurt's house. Yeah, I'm staying at Kurt's. Okay, that's it. You've Chat's mum is Kurt Metzger. That's who Chat's mum is. I'm glad that it's out. I no longer have to live a lie. I can be my true, authentic self. We just want to be left alone. We don't, you know. Kurt is great. Kurt is a funny guy. He's the funny guy. Right. Chaps, let's have a little look-see. Let's have a little look-see at 2 secs. Just making sure that I do. Okay, let's get rid of that. Just get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Right, let's just share this. Boom! Saints and sinners. Here we are, folks. This is not updated. This is actually... I don't know what's going on with the website. This isn't actually true. It's on 169,342, I think. But whenever you refresh the page, it just kind of refreshes to whatever the fuck it wants to right now. But it's a little bit above that. But anywho, Saints and Sinners. And the first anthology book by the Rippaverse. By the way, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. And if you're watching this later on, the link will be in the description box down below. So if you want to support, please do. But this is the Rippaverse's first anthology book, multiple stories, where there are 6 of us. And I say us because I'm one of them. I am one of them. Yeah. Yeah, we don't kiss, Gary. What we do is we just put our bald foreheads together, Star Trek style. You know how they don't kiss in movies anymore? They just put their foreheads together. That's what Kerp and I do. That's what Kerp and I do. So there are 6 of us in total. Writing stories, 15 pages, apart from the long man. Hey, Janet, how you doing, sweetie pie? Apart from the long man who gets 16 pages. There we go. Oh, hold on. I think you've got this wrong, Brewski. You got the books right, but I think you got the number wrong. Is it one? It should be 169. 169, 175. Okay. Something like that. Anyway. So there's 6 of us in total, 15-page short stories, apart from Mauler, who has 16 pages because he's a long man. The stories are not connected. Well, in as much as they're all set in the Rippaverse, they could have Rippaverse characters or they could have brand new characters. Boobies. There is the theme, which is saints and sinners. But the stories themselves do not interlink. They are their own independent stories. So Mauler's story is his own independent story. My story is my own independent story. Same with Eric. So the writers are Eric July is writing a story. The Soska sisters are writing a story. Those are the Rippaverse employees who are writing. And then there's four first-timers to the Rippaverse. Critical Drinker, obviously published author. Also got, there we go. Oh, baby. Come on, guys. We are so close to that 170. Published author in his own right already. Multiple books, Ryan Drake books. He's also crowdfunded his own Ryan Drake short, plus crowdfunding other little pieces of video. Well, Mauler will be writing one of those as well. Probably the best critical commentator on YouTube right now. And I say that with Gary in the chat just to piss him off. Critical Drinker. Then we got Drunk 3PO already done his anti-Semitic chronicles. What is it? No, I'm only joking, Jay. I'm only joking. He's got his aromatic. He's got his augmented. He's got his aromatic, anti-distinctly minty chronicles, green and blue. And of course, blue he did through Ripper Send as well. But this is the first time that he's writing. Drunk 3PO is writing for the Rippaverse. Then there's Mauler making his writing debut. Hasn't had any works published before. This is the first time that Mauler, aka Callum Edmonds, because he wants to go by that for his writing career. First time that he's been published. So this is a debut for Mauler. And by the way, having seen some of Mauler's story, I've seen some of the artwork, the what's the word I'm looking for? The concepts. I've seen some of the concepts which he put together. Holy shit. Holy shit. Mauler's story's looking like it's going to be a freaking doozy. And then there's me also making their writing debut. This is my first published work. It's an absolute honor. It's an absolute privilege, guys. And I can't tell you how excited I am. I really can't. And I've done my story, which centers around Ingrid Valdez, which is great, by the way, because this, by the way, because Gary's in the chat, I might as well say this. We tried to get Gary on the book. Gary was approached to be in the book. He just couldn't make it happen with his own book going on, which is such a shame, because it would have been amazing to have all of Real BBC. If we had the whole of the Real BBC, it would have been amazing. But who knows what the future may bring in terms of Saints and Sinners and Gary? Just saying. But yeah, it's a shame, because I would have loved to have had Gary in there as well. Yes, you're great, but Gary deserves his own series. He's getting his own book, which is going to go through the Ripper's End. But yeah, this is my first published work ever. Might be my last after you've read it. Who knows? But no, I'm very excited to bring this to you, because this is something which has been in the works for a year. I've had to keep this secret for a year. You see, I never lied to you, chat. I guess lying by omission, whatever. But I never lied to you, because when I said, sorry, chat, NDA, I was under NDA. Like, I was actually under NDA. I had to sign an NDA. I was going to write a fucking story. So I was, and when I was trying to get stuff out of Eric, I know about Saints and Sinners, but I didn't know about other stuff. I couldn't. I was contractually obliged not to. No, it's not why I left FNT. No. FNT, my video about why I left FNT is 100% legit. But I'm back. I'm back for the time being. We'll see how long. But I'm back. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. So yeah, it was the 14th of May last year that I got the confirmation email from the Soskers saying confirming that I will be writing a. Well, it was a. When I say confirming, I'm kind of doing the email disjustice, because it was essentially saying thank you for coming on and writing a story for Saints and Sinners. And it wasn't our new book. It was Saints and Sinners. The name Saints and Sinners for this this whole process was established immediately. So when I was approached by the Soskers to write a story, they said, we're doing this book called Saints and Sinners. And it's going to be where it's going to be a short story set in the Ripperverse. You can either take Ripperverse characters. Well, you can request them, and or you can write a completely new story with new characters. And the theme is Saints and Sinners, So I loved Ingrid Valdez from Alpha Core. I thought there was a lot of potential. I know how I thought there's a lot of potential that she had, and so it's been awesome in the last year when Eric's been talking about books, or the Soskers have been talking about books, or whatever, to see so many people in chat be like, I want to see an Ingrid solo story. And you're like, and there's me keeping my big fat mouth shut. Me. Who knew that I could hold an NDA? So yeah, it was really kind of fun to see that, knowing that I had already penned an Ingrid Valdez short story. And I would, give a little synopsis of what it's about, but I just don't think there's a necessity to, other than it's an Ingrid Valdez story. I think here's a little bit of artwork from different stories. This is from Jay's story. This is from Mauler's. Look at that Will Conrad art. That is amazing. This is from Mauler's story. And I know the premise of the Mauler story. It's you're gonna love it. I think this is from Eric's. This is from Drinkers. And then down here, we've got the Soskers here. And then we got little old me. Little old me. What's this? What's this? Woof. What are this? Yeah, this is the I'm allowed to reveal I've been allowed to reveal what this is now. This is called the Apex. This is something I dreamed up for Ingrid after reading Alpha Core, and when Braxwell and Brian, not that I read the book, of course, because nobody reads Rippaverse books, right? But after Braxwell and Brian had flown off, and Ingrid Valdez had to take the car, had to get chauffeured around, I thought, nah, no way. She needs a set of wheels. Ingrid needs a set of wheels. And I was asked whether or not does Apex actually stand for something? Either way, it's a cool name because of the Alpha Core Apex. Well, just to let you know, Apex does stand for something, yes. So you can feel free to speculate what Apex is. This is set after Alpha Core. So there's the Apex has been developed after the events of Alpha Core. And yeah, so this is the debut for the Apex. So this isn't before Alpha Core, this is set after Alpha Core. And here, as you can see, the eagle's nest is grounded. This image in itself tells you that it's set after Alpha Core. It's grounded because it's grounded right by the Floor Spark Police Department. The Apex stands for justice. Damn right. Damn right. I can't tell you where these pages land in the book. That's going to be for you to find out. But yeah, you can see that the eagle's nest is grounded by the police department, which tells you that this is set after the events of Alpha Core. Here on the trailer image as well, you can see Ingrid on the Apex again, looking absolutely fucking smart. Boobs. And then we have the covers. This is cover E. This is the anthology cover. I tell you what. Before we go into that, I'm just going to play the trailer again and run off for a quick pee. So I'll leave you with the trailer, and I'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
I am not the only one drawn to this place. With each passing day, more converge upon Earth. Pilgrims of fate. Some already arrived. Others still walking paths they do not yet understand. This gathering intrigues me. They exist in the space between heaven and hell. Their choices now will carve the shape of their eternity. But do they truly know what they are? What forces stir beneath their feet while they play their part on the board? Pawns, perhaps. Or something far more significant. Death lingers near. Yet the dead do not rest. Their whispers grow louder. Their stories claw to the surface. Deeds once buried in shadow now stray for the light. These saints, these sinners, they are unlike any I've seen. Complex, flawed, powerful. Some barely cling to their soul. Others shine so brightly, I dare not look away. They have been chosen for what lies ahead, and nothing in this world or the next will ever be the same. I must watch them, for within this fractured group lies the thread to a mystery far greater than they can fathom. And soon, it will unravel.
That coffee doing the Lord's work. Hey guys, and look, some of you have been incredibly generous with super chats today. I can never thank you enough for that. I would say that if you are thinking about super chatting and you do have a little bit of coin and you haven't pre-ordered this, I'd be incredibly, incredibly grateful if you did hit that link at the top of the chat and went through and pre-ordered yourself a copy. So this is the cover E. This is the cover where all of the characters are on the front. All of the main characters, the stories, are on the front here. So we got, from Bone God, and we got Drinkers, we got Jays, we got Soskas, we got Eric's, and then we got Ingrid. Looking like she's ready for business. And then this is Jay's cover. This is cover D. This is Jay's cover, which is a pretty damn good cover. I do like this. It looks like shit's going down in this story. I don't know much about Jay's story. This, but it looks like shit's going down from the pages that they released as the promotional. This is Drinker's cover. Uh-oh. Who's in the sights here? We got Altona. We got, I guess, Sally. We got to call her Sally in this because she's not Yaira. Not in a Yaira outfit, so we've got to say Sally, I guess. Then we've got Mauler's cover. Love this cover. Great use of the torch for the lights. Really, really great cover. He's cover B for his bone god. And then what? Wait. Yeah, boy. And then we got cover A for amazing, which is my cover for my Ingrid Valdez story. There is a lot going on this cover that I cannot talk about. There is a lot going on. Number one, let's just break it down. That's what I do. We've got the apex looking like it's in bad shape. We got the helmet. What is that in the helmet? Don't look. I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Who are these? Who are these people? Who are these people and what is going on here? What is going on here? Who are these people and what is going on here? Woo! Woof! That is a heck of a cover, man. That is a heck of a cover. Yeah, that is correct. That's a woman driver for you. That is a woman driver for you right there. Right there. So the anthology is available right now, and there is still 61 days to pre-order. Now, these books are done. And Eric has said, and I'm not that I'm going to hold Eric to this, but Eric did say on the launch stream on Monday, yeah, you can buy these in Europe, yeah. Eric does ship abroad. He does ship abroad. Eric did say, so I'm just quoting Eric, so don't at me. But he said there's a good chance that they will actually start shipping before the campaign is even over. No, Eric won't ship you abroad, but he might ship a book. He might ship a book abroad, but he won't ship you abroad. But Eric did say there's a possibility that this might actually start shipping before the campaign is over. Don't at me on that in case it doesn't happen, but there you go. So Saints and Sinners. So what we got? We got the 5 covers, which are talked about. We got the document cards. Set number 5. I wonder who could be in those. Yeah, I live in the UK, and I have my stuff shipped to me. Not as a favor, but because they do ship to the UK. Check your respective countries for shipping. We got the document T-shirt. I say, where is? I say to Eric, I'll tell him this on Wednesday. Where is the Saints and Sinners T-shirt? Yeah. Where is the T-shirt with all the characters on? Where is it, Eric? Let's bully him on Wednesday. Let's bully him. Let's get a bullying camp. Let's start a hate campaign. Let's get a bullying campaign going against it. Then we got the poster. We got the Saints and Sinners poster again. You can see. Can we bring this up? No, I can't. I can't show that. But the poster has all of the characters on, and Ingrid's on her sexy Apex. The Apex looking great, by the way. In that image, Ingrid looking great in that image as well. So there are different perks for you to get, and you can get the I Want It All for $270, which is all 5 covers, the cards, the t-shirt, and the poster. Whoo-wee. Document Deck 1 and Deck 2 are available still, just FYI. I don't know how many of Set 4 are left. I think Set 4 might have all gone. There are no CGCs because we're in different countries, literally all over the place. So to organize CGCs would have been a logistical impossibility almost. But that's not to say that I might just sign some books and send them away for CGC, and then maybe give a couple of those away. Whew. Yeah, Saints and Sinners and the Golden Patriot, expensive rip a month, plus Yaira 3, plus Horseman 1. Yeah, it's been nonstop. It's been nonstop from the Rippaverse this year. Eric's in it to win it. He's got a plan, you know. The man has a plan. This isn't a every 3 months, every 6 month campaign. This is Eric making a legitimate push to get books out, and get his universe ticking. And it's crazy to see the number of books which have come out this year so far. Utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. So to be in a book, a writer in a book for Eric is tremendously humbling. I just want you guys to enjoy the story. I really do hope that you enjoy the story. Jordan here, cutting the trailer, doing a great job there. There is more to come. There is more promotional stuff to come. Just saying. There's a few more promotional things still to come. But yeah, to have been asked in itself was an honor. To actually have gone through and created a story for Ingrid that my only hope is that you enjoy. That is it. That's my manifesto. My manifesto is I want you guys to see these characters which you're falling in love with in a slightly different light. Because this is Ingrid's solo story, and I'm just. You are going to be the critic for this. You are going to be the metric for this. But it's been made from a position of love, because I love Alpha Core and I love Ingrid, and I love what Eric's done. I think these brand new characters that he's brought to life so vividly is why I support Eric. It's why I believe in the Rippaverse. It's I think such a great vision, and he's put together such great characters. And for so many years we've been hearing, oh, people don't buy new characters anymore. People don't do that. People don't buy new characters. You know, the guy's a walking contradiction then, I guess, to that rhetoric. And along the way, all he's wanted to do is to entertain you guys, and you guys have when I say risen to the challenge, you know, you've liked what you've seen. You're the customer. You're only going to purchase if you like it. And yeah, I'm legitimately excited for your feedback. I'm looking forward to what you guys think about the whole book in itself. Obviously, looking forward to your feedback on the story. If you like the stories, regardless of who wrote them, myself, Mauler, Jay, Drinker, Soskers, Eric, regardless of who's written these stories, if you like them, please make yourself vocal. You know, say which stories you liked. And yeah, it's kind of like a very, very surreal moment in time right now. Doesn't quite feel real, and just eternally grateful for the opportunity. And if this is the only thing I ever get to do, then I'm very happy with what I did. But if you like what I've done, if you like what Maul has done, if you like what the other's done, and you make yourself known, let's just say things could carry on. Just saying. Things could carry on. Slick Rick had to get all 5 covers. Woo! The sick can't wait to read. Ah, Slick Rick, you're a legend. You're a legend. Thank you so much indeed for that. Thank you so much indeed. Woof. Woof. Right, let's just read a couple more soups and then we'll get into the cope of the century. Boobies. The cope of the century from a very nasty Russell T. Davis, who has decided to just spit in the face of Doctor Who fans because it's much more important now for him to write stories about how his small circle of friends live their life, as opposed to making family entertainment like he used to for everybody. Dawnbreaker with a $5 says, oh, we had that one, but thank you again. Battle Mage Nerd had become a member. Thank you, Battle Mage Nerd. Steve O had become a member for 21 months. Steve, thank you very much. And Monty with his Palace tweet, so thank you. Steve O with a $20 says, as watch Mobland for Christ's sake. That is all. I'm going to get some episodes watched this week. I can't tell you how many, but I will say that I am going to be watching some this week. I'm going to try for at least 3, okay? I'm going to try for at least 3, but we'll see. We'll see. Dark Knight Rider with a $2 says, no ceiling birds, just penguins that go beep. Or fridges. Or fridges. Josh Knight with a $6.38 says, looking forward to cover A, brother. Thank you, Josh. Firm handshake and cheers on the coming comic. Love you, brother. Thank you, Josh. Firm handshakes. Very excited for you to read them. Very excited indeed. Yeah, having this been going on for a year now, like I said, I've had to keep this quiet for a year. My story was written to deadline. And by the way, I used the whole of the deadline. But I was given a specific deadline to write it. I did it. With it was funny because when Mauler first did his story and they said you got 15 pages, I think Mauler went back to the Soskers and said, my story, it's going to be like 26 pages or something. And they were just like, no. No. it's going to have to be 15. They eventually managed to compromise on 16. He got an extra page, but I was not quite as over as that. But when I started to put the story together, because I'd written it, and then because you write it and then you've got to break it down into the structure of how it's going to look in the comic. So you kind of you storyboard it. You then storyboard to how it's going to fit in the page, etc. By the way, my artist, Diogenes Neves, not only is his artwork fantastic for the book, but his layouts are absolutely chef's fucking kiss. Because when I did my storyboards, I just did basic storyboards, basic kind of structure of how a comic is done. And he took that and he just made it so dynamic, the way that the pages come together and the layout of the page. Diogenes, I cannot praise him enough. When I was getting pages sent to me, I was blown away. I was blown away about how he was able to convert what I'd put into something so dynamic, so exciting. And that in itself is a tremendous skill, because it adds so much to the story. It adds so much. And what a guy. Absolutely, what a guy. He was an absolute pleasure to work with. Because you get pages and you're just like, this is great, but I need this to be changed, or this has to be changed, and no problem. No problem at all. He did some really cool stuff. He did this really cool thing, and it looked amazing, and I loved it. Unfortunately, it didn't look like how it's meant to look in the Rippaverse itself. So I had to say that, I'm sorry, this looks really great, but this is actually what this building looks like here. Here's the reference for it. So he had to change that. He retained some of the elements of it, but not an absolute peep. And by the way, Igor as well. Igor and the Soskas as editors on this were phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That even when it came to me to say, are you okay with this? Are there any changes you wanting done to it? Even when it came to me, more often than not, they'd already said, yeah, this, and this, we're already on it, getting it changed for you. I'm like, oh, okay. Brilliant. And then sometimes it would just come to an artistic decision. So yeah, huge props, huge thank you to Diogenes for phenomenal artwork, absolutely phenomenal artwork, and yeah, I really hope you guys are gonna love that. I really hope you guys are gonna love that. Oof. His page layout and oh man, wow. Boobies. Coalee has been a member for 17 months. Is this the gayest Rippaverse book ever? Well, I wrote a story, so I hope so. Jay's in it, so best name I can think of. If you just Google him, and you'll come up with his work. You'll come up with his work. So that's the best way to do that. Mikey Gusler with a $20 says, did you see Jay Longbone's live stream last night covering that straw man of a video by the Birdman? He made a video about Gary's video on Ironheart and he said, why don't Gary Drinker and Jeremy just admit that they're racist? Well, I mean, isn't that a bit of, I didn't see Jay Longbone's stream, I'm afraid. But isn't that projection? Isn't that projection? Because isn't that saying that you can't criticize something with black characters or Asian characters or brown characters? Isn't that saying you can't criticize them purely because of the color of their skin? So it doesn't that in itself actually expose whoever? I've never heard of this guy, the Birdman, never heard of him. Doesn't that in itself just expose their racism? I think it's pretty objective that the Ironheart trailer looks like shit. This is a show that Disney have tried to hide from people. It's been on the shelf for 3 fucking years. 3 years. And I think they have a 5-year window that they have to release it in. So they've had to wait. They've waited 3 of the 5 fucking years. Whenever somebody shouts, "You're a racist, you're a homophobe, you're a bigot," normally it's because they have no argument. They just have no argument at all. And so anything that comes out that's critical, and bear in mind that one of the reasons why a lot of these more diverse shows are being criticized is because these shows, these movies are based on characters which came in to simply replace white characters for Marvel. That's the only reason that they were brought in. That was the whole purpose of all new, all different Marvel, was to make Marvel less white. It was said. It was actually said. There are just too many dominating white characters, and we're trying to make it more diverse. So that in itself is why. So the only reason why they did it was because they're a bunch of fucking racists. They're a bunch of fucking racists. Oh yeah, if we hit 5,000 books, which we're easily going to do, when we hit 5,000 books for the campaign, a hardcover version is going to be released with cover art featuring Eric and the Soskers characters. Because we've got our own covers. They don't have their own covers. I thought, you know. So yeah, so to say, oh, you criticized a black female, you're a racist, just shows that you're a fucking racist. That's all it does. But there again, as I said earlier in the stream, there's nothing more racist than a white fucking far left liberal piece of shit. Far right, far left, they're scissoring each other, fucking scissoring each other. It's just that one is openly racist on the far right, and on the far left, they use race as a shield, but they are fucking just as racist. They're exactly the fucking same people. Exactly the fucking same people. They're just racist pigs that all they want is attention to themselves, for people to go, oh, aren't you such a good person standing up for those poor blacks, you know? Yes, you know, I feel as if it's my duty, you know, to look after the little races. It's fucking ridiculous. Especially when you see who people like Eric and Drinker and Gary, Mauler, myself, Jeremy, when you see who we work with all day, every day, when you see who our audiences are, how naturally diverse our audiences are, because we're not brought together because of the color of our fucking skin or where we stick our genitals into which fucking hole, but we're brought together due to our united love of franchises which are being torn apart by racist fucking pigs, sexist fucking pigs, bigoted fucking pigs, corporations that come in and go, hello, fellow fans. Now it's time to corporatize your fandom. Go fuck yourself in the ass. Sideways. Jeremy would probably join you for that because he's That's what they are. And they give themselves a fucking way every time. Because where are their videos? Where are their videos where they talk about how great these shows are? How amazing these shows are? And not just superficially, but break down why something is so good. You know, like Mauler will break down something, or Gary will break down something, or Drinker will break down something. Myself, Jeremy, Ryan, etc., etc. Plenty of other people. They don't. All they can do is react to the person that's actually making the good content, making the fucking proper content, and just react going, oh, you see that person? They're a racist. Am I doing my virtue signaling correct yet? Do I get my fucking virtue bucks? Where's the store that I can fucking cash in my virtue bucks? Oh, sorry. It don't fucking exist. The store doesn't exist, you fucking weasel. Jesus Christ, you put these people in a room with a black person, they'd fucking shit themselves half the time. I liken these. What's that place in America where all the rich white people live? All the absolute elite of the elite live, that put themselves down as a safe haven where Obama lives. What's that place called again? What's that? Martha's Vineyard, yeah. Martha's Vineyard, right? These people, these fucking idiots, are the Martha's Vineyard of Stunning and Brave. If you rocked up on their fucking doorstep tomorrow with a bunch of fucking ethnics, a bunch of immigrants, they'd fucking oh no, sorry, we'd love to have you, but we rent. We rent, so the landlord just wouldn't permit it. Otherwise, I would. Sorry. Can we get them off the fucking street, please? Can we get them off the fucking street? They're the Martha's Vineyard of activists. But you know, as soon as a black person, I mean, Jay Longbone's black, it's the least most interesting thing about her. She's fucking hilarious. She's got great fucking opinions. She's funny as fuck. She's awesome. Color of skin's got fuck all to do with shit. But as soon as they're criticized by somebody who is, in their eyes, diverse, they don't say shit. Or they'll go, oh, you're a MAGA lover, or some fucking bullshit like that. There's always an excuse. Look how many times Eric's been attacked, right? Attacked by a bunch of people. Why? The guy's gone out, created his own universe, created his own characters. He didn't need the help from fucking no one. Put his own money fucking money into it. Bet on himself. And now look what he's done, what he's created. Absolutely insane, absolutely amazing. Eric gets so much fucking shit. And I'm not talking about from the fucking weirdos. I'm just talking in general because Eric isn't a fucking far left weirdo. He's not even fucking right. He identifies as libertarian, whatever. But because he doesn't have the right politics, suddenly his race card has been nullified. It's invalid. And there's open season on him. That's fine. It was so funny when that I don't even know what they're called anymore. Some fucking has-been who nobody watches anymore, who used to have a good channel, a big channel, or a big, big-ish channel, called Eric and I Republicans. I'm not even fucking American. And Eric is an open libertarian, and he says it all the fucking time. We're dealing with fucking retards. That's it. Fucking retards, Mikey. Utter retards. So when somebody goes, why don't they just admit that they're racist? It's literally projection. Just literally projection of their own racism. Their own racism because they think that because a character has a certain color of skin, they're above criticism. Marty Gassler again with a $5 says, Birdman also called Nerdrotic Critical Drinker and Jeremy light versions of the KKK. Right. If you call somebody a white supremacist or a Nazi, then immediately you have no argument. And it is baby's first political argument. Everybody I disagree with is Hitler. It's literally that. Everybody I disagree with is Hitler, which means this guy's probably got an IQ of about fucking 3. I've never even heard of them. Never even heard of this fucking idiot. Egypt. So look. They're just racists. It's just racism exposing the grift. Nerdrotic lies to you about Ironheart. Grifting grifters. Media grifters. Whatever. Well. Enjoy. I hope he enjoys his channel. The Brujo with a 5 Australian says, would you believe I have a job in data entry and 10 armed control agents on standby? Sounds like fun. Don't get too carried away, though. Brass Monkey with a $10 super. Thank you, Brass Monkey. Grift is normally a term used when you don't actually have a legitimate argument against somebody. You've got to attach a skin color. You've got to attach a race. You've got to attach a sexuality. You've got to attach a gender. Oh, the grifters, they lied to you about Ironheart. What did they lie about? The fact that it looks shit. I think it objectively looks shit. The fact that it's been on the shelf for 3 years. It's been on the shelf for 3 fucking years. I think that's when they finished filming, and by the end of January 2023 is when they finished having the effects done or whatever. And even if it's January 23, let's just be really fucking nice. Say it's January 23 that they finished 2.5 fucking years. At the height, because that was announced at the height of the crazy 2020. Oh my God, no, Gary, no. No. Gary is a confirmed member of the OK. I was wrong about him. The whole time. Spartan's Bar has been a member for 16 months. How were the artists paired with the writers? We were given them. We were literally given an artist to work with. If we had a preference, we could put forward a preference on the artist. Hey, Jane, how you doing? Jane, of course, is the what were you called, Jane, once? The black face of white supremacy? Or were you just, no, weren't you just called a white supremacist? Weren't you just called a white supremacist once, Jane? I think Jane and I were doing, I can't remember, was it Naomi or something? Yeah, straight white male, that's it. Jane and I were doing something together, and yeah, they called her a straight white male. Jane Theory is a straight white male. Congratulations, Jane, I guess, you know. Disillusioned man with a $2 says, "Hell, you sexy comic writing Adonis. How you doing?" I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Hey, Jane, just run with it. Run with it. Great to see you, sweetie. I miss you. Miss you loads, by the way. Miss you loads. Hey, Jane, can I tease you back to review Ironheart with me? You fancy reviewing Ironheart, Jane? Just asking. Asking for a friend. Brown Cajun with a $5 says, "Congratulations on the collaboration with Monsieur July. I will pre-order once things are sorted out with me. I'll look forward to reading your story." Hey, at your leisure, dude. At your leisure, but I appreciate you, Brown Cajun. Eves the First with a 20 Brazilian says, "Dearest Az, it's been a while since I caught you live. I just read on the news that millionaires are leaving Britain. Now it all makes sense. All the best to you and Chat's mum." This is about £3, by the way. I know. I'm no millionaire, sir. I wish. But if I was a millionaire, then yes, I would absolutely pack up and just get out of Britain, full stop. I love that. That's a great answer, though, Jane. I can't. I have no desire to watch that. I guess you're a racist now as well, Jane. The Birdman will come after you. He'll call you a race traitor or something. She's a race traitor. How dare she? She must like it because she too is whatever. Ugh. Yes, Jane. We're still dealing with that tune again. We're still dealing with that tune. I bet I did not see that coming. Cole Hauser with the 2 Canadian. Hi, Az. Cole Hauser. How you doing, boo? How are you doing? I'm still waiting, Cole Hauser. I'm still waiting for the 3rd Constructicon to go up on my UK site. I see that it's up on TF Source, but it hasn't come up on my UK site yet. I'm just saying. Razorhead has been a member for 6 months, has pulled the trigger on Saints and Sinners 1. Book pack. Hope it's good. I hope you enjoy. I really do. Legitimately hope you enjoy. I guess when it starts dropping on an afternoon tea with Az, I'll get your guys' feedback. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting to hear what you have to say. Surge Binder with a membership for 24 months is 2 years, Az. Yes, sir. I hate that America is exporting their dumbass culture all over the world. Need to tariff them. Yee. Saints and Sinners looks epic. Love the cast. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, it's got Jay in there as well, Jane. Your boy Jay. He's there. Well, if I had a Tokamaggio, if I had $1 for every time I was called a white supremacist, racist, blah, 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 then I definitely would be a millionaire. I might even be a billionaire. Who knows? Have a nobody the hate monger with a $2 says, "I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally." Exactly. Right? It's not hard. I mean, literally, not after speaking about this. Logan Johnson with a $5 says, "Morning, my good man, Az and chat. Had my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday. And wanted to congratulate you and the other saints and sinners. Looks awesome, brother. Thank you." Again, very excited to bring it to you. Very excited indeed. Chat. I said, can we get to 170? Can we get to 170 by the end of the stream? The stream's not over. We've still got to do this Doctor Who article. Boom! We hit it. We hit it. 4,788 books so far. 170,253. And it's been out for 6 days. Let's keep going. 5,000 books unlocks the hardcover. 5,000 books sold unlocks the hardcover, chat. Unlocks the hardcover. Just around the corner. It's just around the corner. But I want at least 10,000 books. At least 10, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 books. Joseph the Gamer with a $5 says, apologist. If you're saying anything negative about Marvel, then you're a grifter that doesn't understand heroes. How dare you not like this show? Well, wasn't that dude that criticized drinking everyone black? So their incessant use of the word grift, the lady doth protest too much, you know? Sounds like this guy's on a race grift to me, but there you go. Waking up late means late breakfast. Had a great week, chat, and congratulations on the comic debut. As I only have a downloadable Christmas mini comic series. You have physical comics you got paid for, right? Yeah, I got paid cash dollar money to write this comic. Crazy, eh? Eric hired and then paid. That's crazy. Hey, the race grift is always a good grift to have. There's plenty of people doing the race grift. Don't worry about it, chat. Plenty. Now then, let's get into this. Russell T. Davis is a piece of shit. Doctor Who boss hits back at wokeness criticisms. That is, Russell, that's not a smile. That looks like you're about to eat everybody. Eek, crazy, eh? Doctor Who boss Russell T. Davis has hit back at criticisms that the show is too woke, saying he has no time for complaints from online warriors. Okay, let's just do a couple of things. Let's do this. And bring this up. And then let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, and there we go. And let's do... Oh, let's do this. Let's be fair. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's bring this up. Okay. All right, so where's the article again? Here it is. Let's just move Saints and Sinners over here. So let's just reiterate this again, and I'm going to go through a couple of things with you. Doctor Who boss Russell T. Davis hits back at criticisms that the show is too woke, saying he has no time for complaints from online warriors. Now, let's just break that down a little bit. If I hear the term online warriors, I'm not saying this is the truth of it. I'm just saying what is the perception when you say online warriors? Well, if you were to say to me online warriors, my perception, and you tell me if you agree or disagree, chat, but my perception when I hear the term online warriors is a small vocal group, right? Not that many people, but a small vocal group on social media making noise. Tends to be the same people, but it's a small segment. That's my perception of when I hear something like online warriors. People on Twitter having a bit of a slanging match with some other people. No biggie, can be ignored. Only a few people in all realism. That's what I would say. Okay. Let's just have a look at the Doctor Who ratings again. Let's just have a look at the Doctor Who ratings for this season. Now, of course, again, I just want to reiterate, chat, that this has got a bump due to the FA Cup final and the Eurovision Song Contest being sandwiched even between those. And even being sandwiched between those, it's a shit rating. But these five are the 5 lowest overnight ratings in Doctor Who's history. And let's now go to this. This is last season. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 below that. So Ncuti Gatwa holds the top 10 lowest Doctor Who ratings of all time. His show is Russell T Davies and Ncuti Gatwa's season is the 10th. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. It's not racism. It's just a fact. It's not because, well, I mean, it could be. It's because of many different reasons. I'm sure some people will go into them for you, but it's just a fact that Russell T Davies's latest iteration of Doctor Who, starring Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor, who likes to wear dresses, skirts, whatever. They're not kilts because kilts have sporrans. Likes to wear skirts, likes to mince, likes to talk about having a finger placed in his ass to a policeman. Dealt with the most blatant racism episode ever, where the white people refused to go to safety with him because he was black. I'd love to say that I'm joking, chat, but I'm not. Because Russell T Davies is a mentally ill, broken, white liberal, white far left liberal who lives in a world enclosed away from everyone else, and this is all he sees all day, every day. Clearly doesn't get out there in the real fucking world where he used to once upon a time live, by the looks of it. So these are not impressive ratings. These are not impressive ratings. This and this, and they're absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Okay, let me just now jump to this. This is the last season of Jodie Whittaker. These are the 4 specials featuring Jodie Whittaker's doctor. Well, these are the 4 specials featuring David Tennant. These are the 4, right? So look at this: 5.08 million, 4.83, 4.62, 4.73. They're not good. They're not good ratings. They're not good ratings. Oh, so if they're not good ratings, what are these? If they're not good ratings, what are these? 5.08, 4.83, 4.62, 4.73, 2, 1.58, 1.86, 1.5, 1.49, 2.57, again, inflated. But still, half of this. Let's go with here. Oh, no. Why aren't you showing them? I want the new. I want the ratings for those. Hold on. I clicked the wrong link for the thing that I was going to show as well. Let's go to here we go. Now let's jump to (2015). Okay, so let's just jump back here, right? 2015 was Capaldi's second season, right? It was the season that a lot of people attribute to the massive downturn in Doctor Who. It was the season where Clara was amplified and the Doctor was diminished. Even though Capaldi is phenomenal, he had some terrible scripts to work with. He spun a lot of gold out of the crap that he had, but in terms of thematical story beats, it's been dubbed as the season that really sort of set it on the downturn. Okay, so let's just jump to that. 3.7 million, 5.63 final. 4.38 million, 6.05 final. 4.85 million, 6.56 final. 4.34 million, 6.11 million final. 3.87 million, 5.76 million final. 4.13 million, 6.0. Okay, I think, you know, there's a great, like, Heaven Sent, fucking absolutely amazing episode. Amazing episode. Great speech in the Zargon Invasion Part 2. But you get the drift here, yeah? The overnights are not great. The iPlayer bumps it up a fair bit. People were tuning in later as opposed to watching it on the night. There are better things to do. Bit of a sad state of affairs. These weren't good. You know? I mean, these consolidated, they're okay. They're okay. They're not great. They're okay. You'd want better from Doctor Who, but they're okay. Heaven Sent was the one where he was in the perpetual loop. That was great. That was brilliant. Hell Bent was crap. That was shit. So yeah, okay, but not great. You'd want them to be a lot better, which I think is a fair assessment. Let's go back here. 2 million 3.36, 1.58, 2.69 final, 1.86, 2.91 final, 1.5, 2.51 final. This is over half of your audience gone. From when it wasn't even great, when people were dropping off, you've lost over half of your audience since. Does that sound to you folks like online warriors? Online warriors. Online warriors. No, Russell, no. You disingenuous, sniveling excuse of a man right now. These aren't online warriors. This is over half of your audience that was already decaying for Doctor Who. I'm using the royal we there. Have dipped since then. And remember that Jodie got a boost to start with, the first female Doctor. She got a big boost to start with. And so there was a very specific reason why I chose that season of Capaldi. Because that was seen as the season where it all kind of started to fall apart, Doctor Who. And it's over half of the audience has left since then. So I just really wanted to grind that point in. This isn't a few dissatisfied people on Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. This isn't some disgruntled complaints from online warriors. This is a mass exodus. This is Moses leading his people out of Egypt. And people like Gary, Disbrew, myself on a Sunday that talk about Doctor Who. Bowles Trek. Let's get that lovely little lad in. Love Bowles Trek. They parted the Red Sea. They parted the Red Sea. And now the people are roaming to the land of milk and honey, aka away from the BBC. Meanwhile, the others, Pharaoh's troops, they're just going to get drowned. They're just going to get drowned. Drowned in noise, drowned in their own hubris, drowned in their own ego, drowned in their own narcissism, drowned in their own contempt, and drowned, more importantly, in their own ideology. Because their ideology is killing them. Because it's preventing them from making good television, good films. The long-running BBC sci-fi show returned last week with Ncuti Gatwa returning his role as the Doctor alongside newcomer Varada Sethu as the latest companion, marking the first time that Gary, are you here? Told you. I told you. I remember. I think it was. It's either a real BBC or an FNT. I can't remember exactly which one it was. But I said on the stream. Remember when I said on stream, the only reason why they've got this companion for the next season is so that they can say in the media, this is the first ever non-white TARDIS. And we're all like, oh, fuck, yeah. Well, there you go. From the BBC themselves in black and white, marking the first time the TARDIS team has been composed of non-white actors. It's the only reason why they did it. Davis told the BBC Two Radio, somebody or someone always brings up matters of diversity, and there are online warriors accusing us of diversity and wokeness and involving messages and issues. I have no time for this. I don't have a second to bear it, apart from now in this interview where I'm talking about it, coping and seething. Because what you might call diversity, I just call an open door. What does that even mean? Legitimately, what does that even mean? What you call diversity, I call an open door. What's an open door? You can no longer portray disabled people as villains because that's perpetuating a stereotype. An open door that a world full of white people refused to be saved by the doctor because he was black. You call that an open door? It's the most basic bitch activism that you could possibly fucking imagine. Yeah. The only door that Russell's got open is his back door, but, you know, no lies detected there. What is this open door exactly? To look down at families and instead of providing them with entertainment, preaching to some fucking piece of filth, far left weirdo freak wanting to fucking preach to people about how to live their... if you're white, then you're probably fucking racist. Oh, go fuck off. Deal with your own fucking white guilt in your own fucking area, mate. I'm fucking fine, thank you. Everybody's allowed to be proud of their skin unless they're white. If you're white, you're not. This is the most basic bitch activism nonsense. I just call it an open back door. Asked on Radio 2's Doctor Who 20 Secrets from 20 Years if he writes such themes into the show consciously, the Welshman replied, I don't even know if it's conscious. That's life, and I think it's the only way to write. It's life? It's life. Oh, Russell, you must have a horrible life then. You must have a disgusting life. Your life is walking around the streets of Soho and all you see is white people just being racist to black people? That must be a horrible life. That must be horrible. You walk around and everyone's fucking crying about global warming and you know, blah, blah. Every white person you come across, Russell's just a piece of fucking shit. You can never portray a white person in a positive light anymore. No. Everybody's gay. I believe that. That's one thing I do believe, Russell. I believe in your world, wherever you walk around, everybody is gay. I do believe that. Davis, who also wrote the acclaimed TV dramas Queer as Folk and It's a Sin, added that he felt it was harder to write using a narrow window of references. That's crazy because that's all you seem to do. Write what you know. Gay. Once upon a time, that wasn't the case because I distinctly remember a really good Russell T. Davis back in 2005 writing. I mean, some of the episodes weren't so good, admittedly. but writing some very good Doctor Who for a consistent amount of years. 4 years or more. So I don't understand how you could do it using a broad frame of mind, and yet now you're writing very narrowly indeed, because all your show seems to be is just activism after activism after ideology after ideology. Which I don't want to be the man that says the word. Oh my God, he said the word, but it's very boring. Maybe that's why you've lost over half your audience from the Capaldi era. Over half. I mean, if you put Jodie's first season next to it, it's going to be fucking embarrassing, mate. Let me have a look. Let me do that. That'd be great. Actually, if I do this, can I just let me do this. Let's really fucking embarrass you. Clickety click, click, click. Here we go. Even Capaldi's final season, consolidated 6.68, 5.98, 5.61, 5.73, 5.27, 5.53, 5.79, 4.82, 5.02, 4.73, 5.0, 5.29. And that was Capaldi's last season. Which again just destroys everything that you're doing. Hey. Good boy. So let's just move on from Capaldi, shall we? 2 seconds. The doggo's just got something trapped. I'm just going to grab it for him. Okay, now then, that was Capaldi. Let's just quickly have a look at the curiosity of Jodie Whittaker's first season. Consolidated 10.54, 8.67, 8.09, 7.97, 7.49, 7.21, 23, 7.23, 7.03, 6.24, 6.48, 6.96, 3.36, 2.69, 2.91, 2.51. So in reality, you've lost 66% of your audience since Whittaker took over. Online warriors, folks.
Movies.
Why limit yourself? Why breathe in the exhaust fumes? Why be toxic? You are the toxic person. You are the toxic person. Because your ideology is limiting what you can actually do and how you can actually do it. Your toxic ideology is painting the UK and white people as villains. And you want to fucking preach to people about being toxic? Gaslighting 101. Gaslighting 101. Projection. Come over here where the life and light and air and sound is. Come into our echo chamber. And if you dare have a difference of opinion, we'll fucking destroy your life. Sethu, who made a debut last week as Gatwa's character's new companion, Belinda Chandra, also recently addressed claims around the show's perceived wokeness, suggesting that Mentit was on the right track, suggesting that it meant it was on the right track. Do you even fucking pre-read your fucking hell? It's on the right track. We're losing millions of viewers. Millions. We're posting the lowest ever ratings in the history of the show. And I don't know this yet, but in the coming weeks, pretty much every week, we're going to break the rating of the lowest rated fucking show in Doctor Who history. Unbeknownst to me right now in this interview, but in a few weeks' time, we'll hold the record for the top 10 lowest rated episodes of Doctor Who ever. It proves that we're on the right track. With delusional people. Utterly delusional. There's been a couple of Dr. Woke comments or whatever. Remember, hashtag RIP Doctor Who is now canon. Just saying. She told the Radio Times, but I just think we're doing the right thing if we're getting comments like that. Lowest ratings of all time. Lowest ratings of all time. She continued, woke just means inclusive, progressive, and that you care about people. No, it doesn't. No. Inclusion means exclusion, normally white people, particularly straight white males. Progressive means regressive. These are gaslighting terms. You don't care about people. You don't care about people at all. You're the nastiest fucking bitches on the planet. What you care about is people that hold the same ideological opinions as yourself. And anyone else that doesn't, they're a Nazi, they're a racist, they're a homophobe, they're a bigot, they're a this, they're a that, they're a... You're full of shit. And that's why your show's dead. Because you're full of fucking shit. You do not represent the British public anymore. You do not hold the values of the British people anymore. You do not hold the values of family anymore. You've now pushed Doctor Who into some weird, freakish, degenerate, fetish fucking area because that's where your world exists. And you think everybody else is degenerate as you are, and they're not. What used to be a wonderful family show for people of all ages, all walks of life, all colors, all nationalities, all ethnicities, has now become some weird LGBTQ plus fucking bubble of shit. Because the alphabet community isn't about queer people, gay people. It's about an ideology, a far left ideology. It is a political organization. And just because you're gay, I say this all the time, but just because you're gay doesn't mean that you are part of the LGBTQ. That's not what you are. Because it's a political organization. You're just who you are. You're an individual. You're not a collective. That's just your proclivity sexually. That's all it is. You don't have to bow down to this fucking totalitarian bullshit. It is about control. It is about control. Because it's trying to group all of the people in this group, and then it's pushing them into a political stance. And if you don't espouse it, then you're going to be a pariah. These are disgusting people. And as far as I know, the core of Doctor Who is kindness, love, and doing the right thing. Gaslighting. Utter gaslighting. I don't think this stupid bint knows a thing about Doctor Who or its history or anything. Bet she knows a lot about fucking far left politics, though. Addressing the same subject, Gatwa told the Radio Times that their collaboration represented progress in terms of how we reflect the societies that we live in. Okay. I'm going to wait here. I'm going to wait here until Russell T. Davies denounces Korea and China and Japan and India and Pakistan and the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and all the countries in the Middle East and Eastern Europe, where the predominance of those countries are a singular race. Where's your condemnation of the lack of diversity in Korea or Japan or China? Where's your condemnation at the lack of diversity in India and Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, all around the Qatar? Where is your condemnation at the lack of diversity in Ethiopia and Nigeria? Oh, it's never going to happen. Gotcha. Oh, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Because these are fucking cosplay fucking activists. Cosplay fucking activists. I mean, it's only progressive if it's in our corner, you know. We're getting white folks that are fleeing South Africa at a minute, trying to get away from the fucking white genocide that's going on. Finally, Democrats in the US have got immigrants that they don't want in the country. all it took was for them to be white. That's all it took. That's all it took. You're just a fucking cosplay activist piece of shit. That's something incredible that media can do, and that's what we're doing, he added. The lowest ratings in the history of the show. You, as a doctor, hold the top 10, maybe even the top 11, by the way, but at least the top 10 lowest rated Doctor Who episodes of all time. But it's also exciting to look forward to a day when having non-white leads isn't something huge. Oh my God. Oh my God. Black people invented in 2016. Black people invented in 2016. Congratulations. Because we'd never ever seen black leads before, ever. Never, folks. Ncuti Gatwa breaking down walls and barriers. Jesus, the fuck, they're so fucking ignorant. I think that's the biggest annoyance. Is it ignorance or is it just utter gaslighting? Which is it? Or is it a mixture of both? Is it a mixture of both? Who knows? Doctor Who was first broadcast in '63, portrayed by William Hartnell, the first Doctor, and always will be the first Doctor. Always. And the show has undergone many changes in recent years. Previous head writer Chris Chibnall introduced Jodie Whittaker as the first female Doctor in 2017. Yeah. And she lost over 60% of her audience. Maybe even 70. Before Davis chose Gatwa to appear as the show's first black lead star. Remember when the Doctor went to Nigeria last week because he wanted to escape the racism of the UK? Joy! We're bringing kindness and love and joy by saying that all white people are vicious, racist pigs. There have been unconfirmed reports in recent weeks that Gatwa is set to leave the show. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let's finish off these supers. Joseph the Gamer 15 with a $5. Apologist. If you say anything negative about Marvel, then you're a grifter that doesn't understand heroes. How dare you not like this show? Something like that. Something like that. I'm sure all the people, by the way, that that come to the defense of these god-awful Marvel shows, I'm sure that their cupboards and their shelves are littered with amazing memorabilia about all of these great characters which they appear to love so much. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Albuquerque with a 26-month membership. I'm disappointed as I was hoping for a Peeping Tom story. I know you don't write them, but you are the star. Nigeria, by the way, famous for its massacring of its own people. Just FYI. It's corrupt government. It's corrupt government, and it's genociding its own people. Not even in Minecraft, just in reality. Do some fucking history. But yeah, Ncuti needed to escape from the UK because white people be racist. This is a show of love and inclusion. Just don't be white. In a country that's 85% white. Just don't be that. And Slick Rick, woo, with a $5 says, any time I hear someone blindly defending these below water franchises, I just assume they're being paid to do so. There's no objectivity to be found. Oh, race grift is a good grift to have. Race grifting is a good grift to have, yeah, because you hide behind the color of your own skin. Because if you're black and you want to race grift, then if you are criticized, then oh my God, look at these people criticizing me. They're racist, and you can just call anyone else what you want with abandon, and no consequences because the corporations have your ideology at the forefront. So yeah, you can do what you want. You can say what you want, do what you want. Race grift, very profitable indeed. Select target, call them racist. Don't actually defend. Don't actually break down why the shows are good. Because they don't even watch them. They don't care. They're not interested in these franchises. They're not interested in these characters. It's just a fucking grift for them. They have no investment, no history in it. So it's a good grift to have. Can be very profitable. There's a lot of people profiting. Black Lives Matter was the biggest profiteers of that. Buy large mansions. Paquet Albert Gabriel, the 5 Canadian. With those people, it is never incompetence or ignorance. It is malice, nothing more, nothing less. Por la cabana. It is. It absolutely is malice. They hate you. They clearly hate people who love Doctor Who. And they clearly hate a lot of them, particularly just white people in general, because white people are now the punching bags of this ideology. Just like Christianity's the punching bag for religion, because it's safe. When you go after a majority, it's safe. Because if you're attacked back, then you can just cry racism, cry bigotry, cry whatever you want. Because it's done by cowards. It's done by cowards because that the cowards, because they don't take accountability for their own work. They don't say, hey, look, we've noticed, there's a huge drop-off in ratings. And, our shows have been very political. And maybe that's not what people want. Our fault. Sorry, we're going to keep politics out of this. We're going to go back. No, you see, that would take some humility. There's no humility. There is only capitulation. If you don't espouse this ideology, you are a pariah, and they will try and burn you to the fucking ground. They'll try and destroy your life, everything about you, and they hide behind the shield of diversity because they're fucking cowards. And it's the people that actually speak out that scare them. It's the ones that will actually say the thing. Why aren't they being deplatformed? Why aren't they being demonetized? Why aren't they being... That's where we are. Jens has been a member for 64 months. Jens, thank you so much indeed. Boobies. Right, chat. That brings afternoon tea with Az to a close for today. I'm going to be back in just over an hour with Sunday Fun Day to BT, what we're actually going to play. I want to give a massive thank you to everybody who came to watch today. Mods, thank you so much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, remembered, thank you so much indeed for supporting the channel. Everybody who clicked the link and purchased a copy of Saints and Sinners, thank you so much indeed for supporting that. Again, if you're watching this later on, the link is in the description box down below. Please do go support this book. Not just 6 amazing people on there. Well, 5 and Jay, 5 and Drunk 3PO. Let's keep it real. But it's also my and Mauler's writing debuts. So that's something special in itself. So I'll see you in just over an hour. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Baloo Boo.